often go on. It's okay. I'll do a few. Maybe it'll refresh your memory. Nobody? Okay. Wait, let's try this one. Okay. Oh! Oh! I was on a few infomercials. Yeah. I've been in 5 national infomercials, and usually I'm the asshole that plays the negative ad. You know what the negative ad is? It's that person who doesn't know how to use the product or whatever. The first one was actually like dryer sheets. I was in a dryer sheet commercial. Yeah, and that's kind of my claim to fame. But, Chicago infomercials are a little bit different than in the ring where I was from. The recent one that I watched that was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen involved a toothbrush, because the toothbrush is a new invention, right? Reinvent the toothbrush constantly. I brought the toothbrush with me to demonstrate the negative ad that's on this infomercial. This is my toothbrush. And this is the guy in the ad. Has anyone seen this infomercial? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? It's going to be even better. They're showing you how, using a normal toothbrush is extremely difficult. They invented a new toothbrush, right? Well, this is what the guy does. So this asshole, like me, I feel sorry for him. He doesn't know how to use a toothbrush, but this is the new toothbrush they've invented. I have 2 toothbrushes, a makeshift thing I'm going to show you. It's so much easier, right? They basically take 2 toothbrushes. Actually, there's 4, but I only have 2. So they do this, right? They get a V shape, and then they put some electricity to it. So it kind of goes something like this. So much easier, right? Yeah. Hopefully I'll get to do some infomercials like that while I'm here. But, I like inventions. And things like the toothbrush, I kind of dabble in inventions. So I'm watching this and I'm thinking, I can do this. I know I'm drawing schematics while I'm watching it, And, the thing that I like about the toothbrush, though, is that it makes me feel, much more important when I'm watching this ad. I currently, I have all these inventions I've come up with, and my excuse is that I just don't have the time or the resources to do such things. I'm currently a pizza server at a well-known pizza touristy establishment here in town, and you can write your name on the wall. Yeah, you might have heard of it. But so I don't have the time or the resources. Basically, my life is this: I serve pizza 20 hours a week. I sit around. I smoke a lot of weed, and if I happen to get up by 6 o'clock, I might watch some PBS. So I don't have the fucking time. It's really just excuses for me, quite honestly. But I like to think that I dabble in some different inventions and things. Hey, this is gonna happen, right? Yeah. So no, but I dabble in different inventions. And I like to think of myself as kind of an expert in things. If you find any of this particularly funny or odd or disturbing, it's probably because I smoked a bowl, ate 17 Oreos, passed the butter, not proud of that one, a handful of peanut butter, handful, and then whichever vending machine item had the highest net weight in ounces. That in my mouth. And I come up with these things, and whether it's an invention or comedy, something like that, that's how my nights go. But I do this all, and you guys know you've done this, even if you don't smoke. You've gone to the vending machine and you look and here like this. 1.79 ounces. No. 2.05. 2.07. Snickers satisfying. I know that I'm allergic to peanuts. It's going to be difficult. It has so much more value. Fuck it, I'm getting Snickers. So much more value. So I get that. I'm aware of the allergy. I just slam a few Benadryls to save up the hike. And, think about a NyQuil, and it's a good night for me. But, while I'm doing this, I tend to Google things, so I have my phone with me constantly. I'm always, like, looking things up, so here I am looking at this stuff, and all the while I'm typing in butter, history of butter, facts of butter. Come up on a site, pat my butter. Practice for 15 minutes. I shove the Snickers in, eat the Benadryl, it's all good. The point is, though, I like to appear to be an expert at anything I do. It doesn't matter what the topic is or what you're telling me. I'm better than you. I'm going to one-up you, because I Googled it, and I know. This is why I like Barnes & Noble, because Barnes & Noble allows me to peruse all kinds of different topics and become a mini expert in every one of them. But I really take the people at Barnes & Noble. Anyone with me here? Yeah. Have you ever been sitting there reading a book about modern weaponry, and someone just comes by and crop dusts you? They start on you. They do a spark by. What happened to you? That was me. I'm not sorry about it because it probably pissed me off. If you're in my way of learning about some sort of subject that I need to be like pencil history, bacteria, get out of my fucking way, I'm going to fart on you. And I will do it slowly and you will move and I will get that book. I'm actually trying to add that to my Facebook, but I don't know if part buying and crop dusting can actually be an interest or an activity, so I don't want to, confuse anyone. I just left it off. But, seriously, you really have to piss me off to have me do this. I know it's disgusting. I'm a pretty disgusting person, but this happened to me recently, actually. Someone pissed me off in Science and Industry Museum. Right? Amish kids. Kids fascinated with the electricity. I am an expert because I dabble in electricity. And they have that Tesla coil. Anyone been there? This giant, giant coil, and I, of course, dabble in Nikola Tesla. And I was fascinated, my eyes are wide open. Not as much as the Amish people are like, what the fuck is this? They're standing there, and they're in my way because they are talking to the demonstrator, and I want to talk to her. I want to tell her that I dabble in the current field of electricity. I was trying to impress her, and now you. Did it work? No. Anyways, these Amish kids are there. They're in my way, which is kind of amusing, but I did a fun buy. The whole group of them just, I had it in me. They pissed me off with rage. It filled up inside of me. And by the time it came out, it was really too late. She disappeared. And these guys, I don't think they knew what hit them. Yeah. But the secret is, I really am not an expert in anything, actually. I really just Googled the shit out of something, and it kind of goes like this, like, horoscope. Did my horoscope change? Horoscope signs. Signs everywhere, signs. Tesla. Instant expert. I read one Wikipedia article, master the spelling of this, fucking expert. But the recent blizzard has actually gave me an opportunity opportunity on several occasions to dabble in my favorite field of expertise, which is Mount Everest. Yeah. The cold, all of that. You know, I've been reading books on Mount Everest, and just because I want to be an expert, I don't actually want to climb the fucking thing. I mean, I just want to hear that I do. And so this happened to me recently. I'm standing outside. Here's the scenario. I'm standing outside. I have my dog in tow, and it's really windy. You know, I have like a 6-pound Yorkie, and really windy. She's kind of like, you know, moving. She's trying to take a shit. And she's like, you know, moving with the wind, and this stranger comes by. He's like, it's really windy, isn't it? I was like, yeah, it's all just preparation for me. How do you say? I said,